Hi guys, Lonnie here. This should be day 3 of my videos towards the update. I literally have over 10 videos planned of stuff I want to talk about with you guys. About many things I want to see implemented in the game and how I think Realm could be in the best possible state. And today I want to talk about fundamental changes I would like to see to classes and the class system, okay? First up, most of us can agree that it's pretty cool that you can pick up weapons from all classes, and pretty much everyone agrees that it's good that the class weapons are better for the classes that use them. And this should always be the case. However, I don't like that it's just about getting the talent that gives you the most damage for your main weapon. I would like to get talents that really change the way you play a class, or rather like what a weapon can do, and people to choose playing their class weapons more over the other weapons instead of strictly forbidding it by, for example, making it impossible to pick up like an X on a mage. There shouldn't be the need to pick up an X on a mage in the first place if you just make the mage class weapons be better for the mage to use than like the warrior class weapons, you know? And I have a really good approach for this. I want to make it so that every class gets 20% extra damage on all their class weapons by default. All of them, not just one. And this will not be a talent that you have to equip. And the goal will be that people forge their class weapon twice. Once to get the one they want, and once to get one more random one. And I like this for so many different reasons. But first up, this will only be possible if we also fundamentally, not really fundamentally, but like heavily change what the benefits of weapons are for every class. I don't want to have this like situation, for example, with the warrior, where you have like an axe and a hammer. They do pretty much the same. They're effective at the same range, but obviously the axe being much stronger. I want every class to have a short range weapon, a mid range, and a long range weapon. This way, no matter what you pick as your main weapon, which you will choose only by the talent you want to run, and no matter the second weapon you get, it should still be a strong build that you would take over the other weapons because you get the 20% extra damage, and will not leave you completely vulnerable in any situation, since if you pick up the long range weapon, you're gonna get either a very short range weapon or a mid range weapon. Both is gonna be alright. It just changes how you will play the game in that match, because the balance has to be so good that both works. As you probably heard out of this, I have a lot of changes planned for the different guns, but I will get back to the exact talents I want to add to the weapons in separate videos. Okay. After today's video, I have a warrior video planned, an assassin video planned, a hunter video planned, and a mage video planned, where we'll talk exactly about everything, okay? From weapon balance again, to weapon talents, to abilities, ability talents, and everything else you can think of. So, guys, big plans ahead. But back to the basic changes. For the warrior, I would like them to either remove the hammer and add a new weapon called the javelin, which I would much prefer, or change the hammer in a way that it gets much better in the mid game. This way you would have the warrior as like a close range specialist that has like obviously the melee weapon as the sword, which I also want to be drastically changed, by the way, talking about it tomorrow. The axe obviously for short range, and the upgraded hammer that we somehow have to make better for mid-range. I have a really good idea for this as well. Or we go with the basic approach that I want to have for all the classes, which is sword obviously short range, axe for a little bit further range, and then the javelin for mid to long range. I will talk about that weapon exactly tomorrow, but basically it's gonna be somewhat similar to a longbow, but obviously a little bit different. But again, I'll talk about it tomorrow. Next up we have the assassin. I don't like the shredder. I would like it to be removed, and I want them to add throwing stars. They could work pretty much exactly like Genji in Overwatch, but I really want to make sure that they work best at close range and have like a lot of damage drop off for long range or mid range even. Specifically to combo it with the abilities, you know, like blink in, close range, throw out your shurikens. Like it would fit really well with the assassin gameplay and the assassin theme. I would really like that. For mid range you would have the buffed heirloom rifle that I talked about 2 days ago for you guys. And lastly, of course, the sniper rifle. The other approach would be to make the shredder viable again as the close range weapon. It could be a little bit rough to pull that one off, but perhaps I can think about a couple talents that would make this work in my assassin video. Next up, hunter. I think hunter is pretty much perfect actually for this system already. Like obviously needs a buff for the crossbow for short range, but we already have the arbalist for mid range and the longbow for long range pretty much. And I think the hunter is the model I would like the new classes that are also coming and the old classes to follow. I've thought about this a long time, and I always felt like hunter is just like the best balanced class. Like not just like not really in a like gameplay sense, but I just mean like the different builds feel different with the different guns, and that's just perfect. Lastly, of the mage, I would make sure that the eye staff is pretty much only gonna be a close range weapon to like short mid range, but it's already been this way. Yes, you can make some very cool, very long range shots behind cover, which I don't think needs to be fixed. But yeah, I'll talk about the changes later as well in my mage video. Stone Staff is gonna be the mid-range weapon, and Bowl Stuff will be reworked to a single shot long-range weapon. Like actually shooting a bowl of lightning. Could be really cool. Again, on my mage video, more to this. But yeah, but in total, I think this would change the way we play the game somewhat substantially, while still keeping the basics of what Realm Royale is. It would just mean that players that get a lot of kills and play very aggressive get a second forge in, which will be meta. It will be meta to get your second class weapon without taking away anything from the diversity of builds we have. Like a sniper rifle is still gonna be good on a mage for long range because it still does the same thing it does. And at the same time, if you get that ice staff for close range plus the stone staff for mid range, for example, you're gonna have a very solid build. And you're gonna play the game different if you get this loadout than if you get the new bolster, for example. And then it's actually actively changed how you have to think in the game, and you don't have this repetitive same rotation you make over the map and play the same build over and over, you know? I think this would really benefit the game. And again, rewards people that are good at the game, and that's always a good thing to do. Okay, those are the fundamental ideas I have for changing the classes. Please let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And again, I can't say this enough. If you have any ideas, now is the time. Let me know. If I like your ideas or I think they're worth talking about, I will do that. I will show this all to Hi-Rez, and maybe they even take some of your ideas, who knows. The good thing is they're already actively developing the game. I don't know if you guys saw my community post yesterday, but as you can see, since September, there's constantly been developers in the game. It looks like they made a couple playtests as well, since we had 41 developers at the same time in the game. So things are happening, guys, things are happening. Exciting times, big videos to come. Warrior changes, assassin changes, hunter changes, mage changes, potential battle passes and battle pass themes I would like to see, including like exact skins that could happen, a potential new map and how I would like the map to be, new classes, my favorite point personally, and things I personally think we absolutely need to get the game big again. You know, like stuff like server fixes, hitboxes, regular content updates, a big event, battle passes, etc, okay? So lots of stuff will come. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow on my Warrior video. Bye.